Well, a few weeks ago, I made some journals that I used my eco dyed papers, and then I also had put some leaves and different things on the covers. Well, I wasn't even sure if anybody was going to like them, but I put them in my Etsy shop, and within a couple of hours they were gone. So I was very thankful to those that purchased them. And then I got a few individuals that asked me to make them some. So I made a couple of custom orders after that. And so while I was doing the custom orders, I went ahead and made a few others in case there was still some interest in these. Now, these are a different size, and each of them are different. And so last time I forgot to give you the dimensions, and everybody was going, what size are they? So let's get that out of the way. These are 8 by 4. All 4 of these are the same size. Each cover is different. The inside has the same types of papers. Like my other one, I concentrated all my time and effort on the covers, so the insides are relatively simple. I do have a few fabric tabs and a few stamps here and there, but basically they're ready to be used as a working journal. It's not all decorated for you. It's for you to work in. So let me just show you the fronts very quickly. And this one here, well, each of them has the base of the joint compound plaster that I put on the cover. What am I trying to say? On the cardboard. These are all cardboard. And I put the joint compound, and I did some impressions and stamping in the joint compound. Then I put on leaves, and I put on feathers. Each one does have a feather and some leaves and some twigs of some kind. And then I put a coat of the wax, encaustic medium, and then on top of that I did some stamping, and I did some oil pastels on top. That's how this is all done. So for those of you that ask, how did you do that? Those are the things involved in making them. Alrighty, so like I say, each has a feather and some leaves and some twigs, and then this one just has a little copper leaf hanging there. And that's what the backs look like. Now, I can't remember if I did it on all of them. We'll check together. I forget already. But I put this little pocket in the front so that you can put whatever little goodies you want to put in there, slip some papers in or whatever. It's kind of a tight squeeze, but things do fit in there just fine. Let me find something here. Okay, I cleared everything away to film, and now I can't find anything. Hold on. Okay, here's one of my envelopes that I did my dyeing with. But anyway, you can put things in here and store a few things, but they have to be thin, obviously, because it's pretty flat. Alrighty, so that's on the cover, and then, like I say, most of the papers in here, at least more than half of them, are the eco printed papers that I've done, and then the rest are different types of lined paper for you to write in. And like I say, it's It's very simple in that respect. I have a bag in here for this one. In case you're running around getting your leaves, your fall leaves, or if you use it during the spring, you can put some seeds in there. That's just in my fantasy. I don't know how you're going to use it. And I put some of the envelopes. I did these the other day. They came out kind of cute. These are the little coin envelopes. And they came out cute. At least I think so. And I did some envelopes. And the small envelopes that I had. And they came out. I like the way they came out. I like the colors. I did some more of the tracing paper. I like how that looks and how it feels. It's subtle, but you can still see the leaves in there. These came out cute too. These are just some tickets. But I like the way the colors came out on that. This is pretty too. I like how that one came out. More tracing paper. I like this one too. Came out pretty cool. I'm not going to have too many leaves left. I got a bunch, like 2 or 3 bags I got yesterday, picking up off the ground here in my own yard, because I have quite a few trees. So I can still do a couple of more. But I'm getting fewer and fewer. I don't know if you can see the stamping that I did in here. It's kind of cool. Maybe it'll show up, maybe it won't. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's one. The other one, again, has the feather, and it has the leaf, and it has some little branches, and it has stamping here and there. And then the oil pastels highlighting the different edges. And this one has a pocket also, just a different kind of pocket. And like I mentioned before, I did put the little fabric tabs just to add a little texture and to add some color. I didn't want it to be too bland. There's another one of those. I love how that looks. And I believe there's about 100 pages in each one, with different little envelopes and tags and little cards to take notes on. So they have a nice little variety. But you can see it's pretty much the same paper in each of them. So the only real difference is the design of the cover. And try to get a couple of big envelopes in there. Another place where you can store little stuff. That one. The third one, I put a little bit of metal on this one and the leaves. And here again, I don't know if you can see it. This is like more like embossing that I did on the, I don't know if you can see it, on the giant compound. And there's another envelope there. And more of the same. I would say it's all pretty much identical. The leaves may be different, but the papers and the fabrics might be a little bit different. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I love that. I went to my local florist to see if I could get some stuff, and he says that they are so good at ordering their stuff that they really never have anything left over. If there's anything that they send back, it's because it came damaged or with a disease or something, and so they have to give the product back to get credit for it. So they never really throw anything away. As a matter of fact, the guys were telling me that they do the same thing I do. They run around looking for branches and leaves and stuff to put in their arrangements if they want something a little different. So I told them, well, you better not go to my trees. I got mine picked out at Home Depot. They're all bare though right now. They're all gone. My favorite one's over there. I still have leaves in my yard, so that's good. I can still harvest plenty here in mine. Okay, and then the last one. This one, this one, I used some tools that I have, and I put the word here, twig. I thought that came out kind of cute. And then you can see here the rest of the embossing that I did on the drywall compound. Okay, and one of those. Isn't this pretty? I just love this. Ginkgo tree. Their leaves are so pretty. Where did I find them? In a parking lot. I just bring a little bag with me, and I have this little, it's a real small rake. I mean, it's an adult rake, but it's really small to get around, you know, in beddings where you have your flowers planted. And so it's only about maybe 6 or 7 inches across, plastic. So I carry that with me in my plastic bags, and I grab them from the ground. There's so many, everything's falling right now. Isn't that pretty? I like that too. Those pretty colors. So, you know, they should be thanking me. I'm cleaning up for them. I'll do one of those. Pretty, pretty, pretty. How pretty. And this is from the cleanup papers, where I take the leaves off and decided to throw them on some other papers, and so I get like double prints. Now I did these. I don't know what the paper is made of, but they didn't print very well, but they left still like a little ghost print. So they weren't as successful as I wanted, but they still give a nice hint. And so I've included a couple of those. Everything doesn't have to be dramatic to be pretty. See, that's subtle. That's pretty. Okay, so those are the 4 that I've done. Hope you enjoyed, hope you were inspired, hope you make something, and I'll be back